Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concept. So today we're going to talk a little bit about hydro dipping a shotgun stock. Now what I have here is the rear stock off of a shotgun, and of course we have a lot of these cutouts, and we have even some holes and cutouts up in the top. So we wanted to kind of make a quick little video, show you guys a few things on if you have a gun stock like this or a shotgun stock like this right here, how to approach it. And whenever you're dipping it, a couple of techniques and tips that will help you get the best results. So let's get started. So looking at this gun stock real quick, we've got a couple of different things that we want to kind of go over. So of course, the first thing is we've got all of these cutouts that are in through this gun stock here, and we have the cutouts that are right here. Now, normally whenever you're dipping these, you have two different options. You have a double dip, which is of course this half, and then you dip it, you rinse it, and then you turn it around, and then you dip this half, and then you rinse it, and so on and so forth. And of course, taping off the first dip and all of that. A lot of time, a lot of effort, but normally on a stock like this, in this method, we actually do not do that. And so the other option that you have is you have rolling the gun stock. And so normally what we'll do is we will come down and in with it, and then we will roll it on around. And so usually we can get that really good, and we get a really good pattern to go across the entire thing, and we have no line up here because our line is now down here, which makes it look more like a parting line. So this technique does take a little bit of time and practice to perfect it, but couple of things that you want to look for. Number one is as you're going down and into the water, you want to make sure that you always keep it at an angle, and you'll see that as we're dipping it. But the other thing is that because we have all of these cutouts right here, there's a couple of things that you can do to help prevent any water from escaping out and possibly voiding your pattern. Because as you come down and in with it, this water is going to go through these holes that are in here, and then it can come out and then push out the film right in through here. So one thing that you can do is, I have seen a lot of customers and a lot of people do in the past, is that they have been able to tape off and run a piece of tape all the way down through here. And so what they're doing is they're pretty much trying to limit any water coming outside of this top area right in through here. And so you can kind of get the idea of what we're trying to do here, minus that right there, but we're just trying to block this off. And so that way no water can rush out into the dip as we're rolling over. Of course, we would need to trim these and all of that. But the other thing that you want to make sure of is that, of course, you don't have any tape like this right here, because of course your dip is not going to stick there. So you want to make sure that you trim that out really nice, and you leave a little bit of gap, so then that way whenever the rubber goes back down on here, it is completely covered, and you can make sure that everything still looks 100%. Now on these right here, you normally do not have to tape those, but if you feel like you want to, just to be on the safe side, it is not a big deal at all. So these are very simple to get into. So you can take this right here and then just feed this in just like so, all the way in like that, and then go in through here and tape that off, and then you're ready to go. And so pretty much we can do the same thing on the other side, and then that way we make sure that as we are dipping this, no water is going to come out of these areas right through here. And again, we can also do another piece of tape right in through here, or just make this one go all the way down into here if that's something that we wanted to do as well. So let's go ahead, let's get the film ready to go, and we'll go ahead and dip this and show you guys the end result. Now, one thing to definitely remember on a pattern like this is that this is, of course, a directional pattern. So you want to make sure that whenever you are setting up your dip, that of course it is going the direction that you want. So in this case, we want the pattern to be going up and down. So of course we want our pattern going this way. If we wanted it the other way, then of course we would want to go like this. So if you do have a camouflage or a directional pattern like that, just kind of keep that in mind as you're laying this out. And so with something like this right here, even though you do have a couple of inches all the way around, I'm actually not going to use that. I'm going to use that for the front stock. And so I'm actually going to use this section for my rear stock. And so mainly because I want to make sure that I have plenty of room for my hands to still go into the film. And so could I use this right here? I probably could, but my hands would be really cramped and it would be really tight, and there's more chance of it not working because I'm needing to do this. And so I want to make sure that I give myself plenty of room. So I'm going to give myself maybe 3 to 4 inches on each side, so that way I can make sure that I get enough film for my hands to comfortably go into the film and of course roll it. So we've already tested this film before, and we know that this one does take a little bit longer soak time. So we've already got everything set. So we'll pull our dividers in and get everything contained and ready to go. So whenever we are dipping this, of course, as you probably already know, we are going to start in at an angle like this, and you can see I've got a little bit more of an angle here, and I'm going to start in and I'm just going to go down just a little bit till the film goes up to this one halfway point right here, and then I'm going to stop right here and pivot and then go down like that. And so the motion is going to go down and in with it, and if you'll notice, I've still got a little bit of angle up and through here. So we're going down and in, and then we're going to just roll it just like it was rolling on the floor, going away from us. We're going to go down, in, and then continue the roll. Now I'm not going to go all the way around. I'm going to go just a little bit like that and then continue on down into it. So let's go ahead. We'll wait for this to finish soaking, and then we'll spray the activator and of course dip this and show you guys the end result. So now that we've got this dipped, now all we need to do is of course put it in the rinse station or go ahead, rinse it off, and then do any necessary touch-ups, which I don't believe there's hardly going to be any on this, but if there is, we'll go ahead, do any touch-ups, clear coat it, and of course the customer's really going to love it. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd always love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as if you've done any of these stocks before, let me know your preferred method on which route that you like to go to get the best results. If you're interested in getting into the hydrographics, definitely check the links in the description below. It has everything that you're going to need for the hydrographics, including the paints, the training, the tanks like these, and everything else that you're going to need to get started into the water transfer printing. If you liked the video, hit that like button, as well as if you're interested in more videos like that, hit the subscribe button. We'd always love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips on everything hydrographics related. I'm Brian from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.